I never really understood the plan. I mean, I'd gotten the gist of it because I had been enlisted in the ejection of the deceiver and his imps, but what little bit I did understand is that the boss loved man. And ever since he fashioned it with his own hands, they have been at the top of his priority list. So when the deceiver caused man to fall back into the drawing room, I was called because man was doomed unless the boss got involved. Oh, I apologize. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the angel called Jasael, and I'm here to tell you about the saddest and happiest day of my existence. And I've been around for a minute. Now, I don't remember exactly when I began, but I do remember when the boss made man, and he so loved this creation because in his own likeness, he made them. And at night, when he'd walk with them, we'd all just look down and gawk at them because the boss just wasn't like this with anyone else. So when man fell in the garden, I thought all had been lost, but then I had forgotten about the plan. You should have seen this part. The boss then got off the throne, and even though I was created to be directly in his presence and take it, even for me, it was so much easier to see what happened next because the boss then wrapped himself in flesh, thus causing him to step to just a little less than me, and he called himself Jesus. And as I glanced back at the throne, as even I have to do, I could see that the boss was still sitting there too, sitting on the throne and standing in front of himself as his own son. Y'all, that thing was on the one. But anyway, so Jesus had to go and live like men, except he wasn't going to, no, wait, Gabriel explained this to me the other day. That's right, sin. See, it's just a little hard for me to conceive. But that day was cool too, because I got to go with the other angels who were sent to the fields too, sing to the shepherds too, announce the birth of Jesus. And for a while, that was the last time I seen him, at least up here. Because for the next 33 and a half of your years, the boss dwelt as a man in your land, and it was all a part of the plan. And I was cool with it, so I had to step away for a minute. See, I had to take care of some business in the seventh heaven, me and this other angel named Kevin, and when I finished and came back, I looked down at the earth and there was a cross on the boss's back. Then I looked back at the throne to see the boss watching all of this happen to his son. So immediately I drew my sword in hand and waited for the command, but the part I couldn't understand is that he knows we got his back, so why is he taking all of that? I only know it's him because he's the only one with no sin and filled with such love, but look at the way they're beating him and look at all that blood. You should have heard the silence up here because everyone was looking at the inexplicable and undeserved punishment that Jesus took and where they nailed him to that cross. I thought my heart was gonna drop. So with sword still in hand, I waited for the command to wipe out every man who laid a hand on him. But the command never came. And under all that blood and broken skin, I saw a stain? Are those sins? No, wait, why so many? Those aren't his. No, he didn't do any of that, and those haven't even been committed yet. With no order to attack given, I had to stand back, livid, and watch the Son of Man stop living. So I thought that was it. No, because I heard him say, it is finished. So I thought it was over. I looked back at the throne and saw the boss doubled over with the pain and the shame of what his son had just taken and the blame that he gave when he said, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? This just can't be. But in my anger, I couldn't hear Gabriel calling me. Jaziel. So then he came to me and explained to me the next duty I was assigned, and I was amazed when he said in 3 days from the dead, Jesus would rise. So I anxiously waited the 3 days, and not since he was born had I been so excited as when I rolled away that stone. And he walked out and looked at me and winked and showed me where he was healed, except for where they pierced him in his side and the holes in his hands and feet, and in his hands with 3 keys. And I laughed as I thought of the price that he paid and the lives that he bought. I laughed at the deceiver because new believers will be born. How the plan was now so plain and so perfectly formed and so well he performed. So from hell, you'd be saved in the day we celebrate his escape from the grave. So now when I glance back at the throne, it's still so cool because he's sitting at his own right hand, making intercession for you. And if you can believe what I've just said and can confess it out loud, then you too can be caught up when the last trumpet shouts. Because I'm an archangel now. My next assignment is to announce the rapture. The only thing is the boss hasn't told me exactly when that is, so make sure that you're ready. So to you, his dying is not in vain, because the boss has me at the ready, and it can now be any